This first few minutes of the video, you're going to see me only use beam team. I'm not going to use my guns or ordnance at all to do this, at least until the bosses show up. I mean, you'll see this build's not a pure peacebreaker build. It just incorporates that. It's more of a mixture of just fun for me, but I just wanted to see how strong beam team is now. So yeah, I just immediately tweaked this build again. Once I realized in the last video that because of the changes we made to this build, we can keep our action skill up forever, even if we're spamming Bullet Buddy Deluxe with our Bottled Lightning. It just, as long as we're in combat and as long as our beam team can hit anything, like, we are just always keeping it up forever. So, and I've been in so many fights and so many situations now, bosses, mobs, different kinds of bosses, different kinds of mobs, and it's like, it never goes down ever when I'm in combat. So, it made me realize we don't need Now with Caffeine anymore in the triple bypass. Now, because we still will sometimes want to cancel our action skill and get it back between, like, slow waves of enemies or moving to a different area, stuff like that happening when it's starting to drain then with nothing to hit, I still wanted to use Accelerator on my rep kit, as you see it now. So we made sure to use a rep kit with Accelerator. The best one would be a mini order rep kit with Accelerator and Tank instead of the one we currently have. But the one we currently have is at least decent because it gives us even more healing to offset some things. And the only time I died, or rather, I didn't die actually, but, you know, go into fight for your life mode, I think 3 times in this video. All 3 times it was because I freaking hit either an enemy in my face or probably an object like a rock in my face, running around with all my explosives as usual. That's almost always what kills me. Now, I still get close to death sometimes with some of the order vile enemies because they do crazy damage, and that's why we still use our rep kit. So this build is not a super tank like my Aimant is, but it definitely feels tanky enough now. So yeah, we got rid of an Now with Caffeine and added I Am a Gun. Now I'm negotiating getting the Ordnance damage one instead to increase Bottled Lightning to help our boss damage a little bit, since that's the weakness of this build. But thinking about it, I feel like I Am a Gun is better because it's more of a mobber anyway than a bosser. Even though it can boss and get through it, it's like meant more for mobbing clearly. And it's more fun that way. It's also just a fun build. As usual, this is a fun build that I just made to use stuff I wanted to use, not because it's obviously a fully optimized, you know, S tier for damage build in every way. But it's just fun. But I just realized I Am a Gun. We're already increasing beam team damage with Skillcraft. Why not increase it more? Because it'll help our mobbing in between not using Bottled Lightning. And as you see, sometimes it's better that way, because sometimes when the enemies are a lot more spread out, that's when we're like running around, going fast mode, and then throwing our homing guns, TDR guns combined with beam team. That's the way to do it. And so I Am a Gun helps more with that. It also helps heal us even more, because ordinances don't heal us, but our beam team and our TDR guns heal us from the Indirect Projectile lifesteal, so that's kind of even more healing by increasing its damage even more too. And when I tested it, it wasn't like, it's not like a huge game changer, but it was like against like bullet dummies, I was killing them maybe like 10%. I was bringing their health from full to 0, maybe like 10%, 15% faster. So it's a little chunk more from our beam team, but not much. But honestly, I don't see much else to try. Once I unlock the Ordnance ones, I'll try it and see if it's like a game-changing amount of damage for Bottled Lightning, but I kind of doubt it will be. So in the meantime, you know, since we don't need Now with Caffeine, I feel like let's just get I Am a Gun and make Beam Team even better. As you saw in the first part of the video, I just deliberately only used my Beam Team to see if we could do it. And sure enough, it's like, I mean, yeah, with the tankiest elite enemies and bosses, definitely don't rely on Beam Team. But for all the fodder enemies and even a few of the elite kind of enemies, even a few of the weaker elite enemies, it was killing them at a pretty decent pace. Obviously, like, our mobbing speed has helped a lot more with Bottled Lightning spamming. But you saw when we only used Beam Team, no Bottled Lightning, no homing guns or missiles at all. We just ran around, didn't shoot anything in the beginning of this video, and just let Beam Team do its work. It was actually clearing Foundry Freaks on UVH6 True Mode. I think we did it in, what, like 3 or 4 minutes? Just using Beam Team on a build like this, and we were also surviving very well too, because of the amount of healing it was also giving us as well. So, I mean, yeah, I'll shut up now because we're in black mode, but yeah, it's a pretty good build, I'd say. Pretty good as always. This isn't a meta. It'll never be that, but, you know, I don't make meta builds. I just design builds based on what I end up looting as I go along with a new character in game and determining what I just enjoy. That's what a lot of players do. Unfortunately, this game doesn't seem to like that kind of playstyle for at least the true end game. That's why you have a timer on Bloom Reaper and, you know, this other crap that only wants you to use the most finely tuned meta builds that have ever been designed by gamers, not by Borderlands gamers. I think that's really stupid design, frankly, because most players aren't going to do that, and they shouldn't have to, frankly, but it is what it is. You can always, again, I've said it before, you can just, the thing is, mobbing builds are frankly better than bossing builds, loot-wise, I'd say, because you can just get the loot you want off a boss by turning down the difficulty and his drop rates for the legendaries, and as well as trying to get a specific role on a legendary. Like, it's just as easy, I found. Meanwhile, if you need to get, like, Skillcraft, for instance, which only is on CVH6, I mean, you can get it through mobbing just fine. You don't have to get it through bosses. So, I mean, you can always just mob on the hardest difficulties. You can kill a boss on the hardest difficulty, as I do, just to prove that I can do it. So, I mean, this guy, he's beaten Bloom Reaper on UVH6. It was a giant pain in the butt, and it took forever, because he's not meant for it. But I did it, just to prove I could do it. And now I'm never going to do that again. Now, if I Bloom Reaper on this guy, at least, I'm going to go drop it down to UVH1. Although, I have a better, like, tanky aim and build now that I just would use to farm bosses if I need to. But, yeah, that's how this game is.